So today we're taking a look at Generation 1 Quickswitch. This is the only other 6-mode Transformer that was in the original Transformers line. The other one being Decepticon 6-Shot. Quickswitch's only accessories are these two guns, which are integral to some of his transformations, specifically his boat, his jet, and his gun modes. So I'm just going to put them down here. His robot mode is a little lackluster. He's not nearly as dynamic as 6-Shot is, but he's still pretty cool. He was repainted several times into several different lines, including Victory, Master Force. I think he appeared in a Zone comic, and he's shown up as a bootleg dozens of different figures, bootleg-wise. But he's not too bad. He is rather short. Oh shoot, I don't have a deluxe here that I can compare him to, but most of the current deluxes come up to about here on him, so he's not that much bigger. He is dwarfed by Deluxe Animated Lockdown, of course, so is everything. But so, let's go ahead and get him into some of his modes. We're starting off with his robot mode. He's got some articulation, but really he's a G1 figure, so he's kind of a brick. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's put him into tank mode first. So we're going to do this, get his arms like that, fold his legs up like this, come around here and open his back, flip out his drill, lift up his head. Very like the Headmasters, you fold that little flap over his face. Those are the loosest part on my figure, so it's kind of annoying. Then we'll flip down these parts to form the treads. And his guns go here. And here we have tank mode, drill tank mode. Very cool little mode. This is actually a nifty little mode, kind of pointless though. I really wish I had 6-Shot here so I could compare the two in their different modes, but his tank mode is nothing compared to 6-Shot's tank mode, sadly. So the next mode I'm going to show you is his jet mode. So we'll do this. Open this up and fold the tank thing back in. Fold that out for landing gear. Bring that up. And then flip these guys around to rotate these around. And then put the guns on. And here we have jet mode. Not much different from tank mode, I realize, but hey. Little jet mode. Not too bad, not too shabby. It's a jet, maybe. At least that's the official mode. You could also do that. I've done that in the past, and I think that actually looks a little more dynamic. Not very aerodynamic, though. Or you could, do that in either way. I mean, there's a lot of play here. You could do it the way you want, but again, not as good as 6-Shot's, sadly. I'm a huge fan of 6-Shot, but hey, oh well. All right, so next let's show you boat mode. And here's boat mode. It's more of a hydrofoil than an actual boat. So, again, kind of a stretch in the imagination. Hey, but you're a kid when you have these figures, so it's not that big of a stretch, but still, that's a pretty shameless looking boat. I'm sorry. But once again, I mean, you can mix it up. You can move the legs any way you want. I don't know. This is its weakest mode, personally. I'm not a huge fan of this mode at all. But the reason I did boat mode was because boat mode lends itself nicely to his next mode, which is beast mode. So let me get this guy in that mode. Ah, crap. Sorry. You have to get the parts, especially for the beast mode, or the wolf mode, you have to get everything in line and in just a certain order, or it doesn't work at all. You have to get everything at certain angles, too, or it doesn't work, sadly. I think I'm full of fail right now. I'll do it like that. Now, this isn't exactly the way it's supposed to look, but it's close enough. I think it's really stupid that they had to hide the head with the wing things on the bottom like this, but I guess that's all you can really do. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, again, you're really stretching the imagination to consider what a wolf robot is supposed to look like, but I mean, this is the 80s, and this is what technology they had available to them, so I gotta forgive them on that grounds. And you can futz with it all you want, and again, there's definitely, I mean, you're definitely not disallowed from doing and playing with your figure and displaying it. I still think this is a weak mode, along with the boat mode being the weakest. But I mean, this is what you got. This is the 80s, so I really can't complain all that much. I'm just not a huge fan of the weird-looking wolf thing. All right, so I'm going to show you the last mode, which is going to be the laser gun mode. Bear with me for a second, because once again, you have to line everything up perfectly, otherwise it won't fit right. And that's it. That's his laser gun mode. Sorry, I think I had everything off screen. Now, 6-Shot's laser gun mode has a little piece that flips down on the bottom. They can pull like a trigger. I guess this could be a trigger, but it doesn't have the spring that 6-Shot does, which is unfortunate. But still, it looks like a flying boat thing cannon. Yeah, it's kind of lame, but I mean, unfortunately, I really think 6-Shot is a better figure. This isn't a bad figure, though. I'm not saying it's a horrible figure or it's a figure that does not belong in your collection. Because if you're a G1 fan, I really, really think this guy belongs in your collection. He's just not that great, though. Unfortunately, he is sub 6-Shot. I'm sorry. 6-Shot is a much more enjoyable, much more interesting figure and much more dynamic. Unfortunately, 6-Shot is also... Both Quickswitch and 6-Shot are hard to get a hold of. They just are. They're very, somewhat rare, somewhat hard to get a hold of figures. But, and then forget trying to find, I was lucky. I paid, I think, 40 or 50 bucks for a complete Quickswitch. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. But I really think that he belongs in your G1 collection. Now, like I said in some of my other reviews, fans of figures like Transformers Animated and the current movie line and younger fans probably won't appreciate this figure, especially when you've got RID Megatron, who can transform into multiple different modes. These are, I think, much more direct modes. I mean, you look at the mode and go, okay, that's a boat. Okay, that's a tank. As opposed with RID Megs, who is, I think that's a car, or I think that's a boat, and oh my god, I don't know what that is type of modes. But like I say, if you're a G1 fan, definitely pick this guy up. I do think he's worth it, even though most of his modes are a little lackluster. If you can get him, I would get him. But, you know, if you're a fan of animated and you're a fan of a bunch of the current lines, I don't think this is going to resonate with you too well.